Hi, this is Shinde NM. Previous lecture we studied circular motion and their types. Uniform circular motion and non-uniform circular motion. Today we are going to start second type of circular motion, that is non-uniform circular motion. Non-uniform circular motion. In short, we call this as a non-UCM. Now, to understand non-uniform circular motion, we have to take an example of vertical circular motion. We know in vertical circular motion, the speed of particle increases when the particle is moving from top to bottom. The particle is moving from top to bottom. The speed of particle increases when particle is moving from top to bottom, while the speed of particle goes on decreases when particle is moving from bottom to top. From this example, it is clear that the speed of particle is never constant. That means speed of particle is changes continuously. Due to this, such type of motion called as non-uniform circular motion. Okay, we have to define non-uniform circular motion as the circular motion in which speed of the particle is not constant, called as non-uniform circular motion. Non-uniform circular motion. Okay, for example, VCM, vertical circular motion. VCM is an non-UCM. Okay, now the acceleration in non-UCM, non-UCM. We know in uniform circular motion, acceleration is produced, and this acceleration is acting along the radius and directed towards the center, so called as radial acceleration or centripetal acceleration. Here also, in non-uniform circular motion, acceleration is produced, and this acceleration is produced due to change in magnitude of the velocity. And this acceleration is called as tangential acceleration. Okay, and which is given by at is equal to alpha bar cross r bar, where alpha bar be the angular acceleration factor and r bar is the radius factor. It is also called as position factor. Okay, this is about tangential acceleration in non-UCM. Okay, now in non-UCM, the linear velocity phi bar, it changes, and as linear velocity phi bar changes, angular velocity omega bar also changes. And as omega bar, that is angular velocity, changes with respect to time, acceleration is produced. And this acceleration is called as angular acceleration. Okay, we remember, as phi bar changes, omega bar also changes. And as omega bar changes with respect to time, acceleration is produced. This acceleration is called as angular acceleration. And is given by, angular acceleration is given by alpha bar is equal to d omega by dt, or in magnitude alpha is equal to d omega by dt. That is, angular acceleration is the rate of change of angular velocity with respect to time. Okay. Now, what happens when angular velocity of the particle performing non-UCM increases, decreases, and what happens when angular acceleration alpha bar remains constant and along the axis of rotation? Okay, we have to see. As omega bar increases, see here, angular velocity omega bar goes on increases. At that time omega bar, both omega bar and alpha bar are acting along same direction. Remember, as omega bar increases, then both omega bar as well as alpha bar are acting along the same direction. Okay. Now suppose this is a particle which performs non-UCM. Non-UCM means here the speed of particle performing circular motion is changes continuously. Now suppose this will be the center performed by the particle during its motion. We call the center as O. Let A be the initial position of the particle, and after some time t, the particle reaches at point B. During its anticlockwise circular motion. Now, if we draw the position vectors from center to the position of particle, then these two position vectors makes an angle theta with each other. In this case, the direction of angular velocity is vertically upward on the board according to right hand thumb rule. This is the direction of angular velocity vector omega bar. Now, in first case, as omega increases, the direction of both omega bar as well as alpha bar are in same direction. Okay? Do you understand what happens when angular velocity of the particle performing non-UCM increases? Now, what happens when angular velocity of the particle performing non-UCM goes on decreases? As omega bar decreases. As omega bar goes on decreases, at that time angular velocity vector omega bar and angular acceleration vector alpha bar are oppositely directed. That means this is the direction of omega bar, and now this will be the direction of alpha bar. When it is possible? It is possible if and only if omega goes on decreases. Okay, do you understand difference between these two cases? In second case, as omega bar decreases, at that time then omega bar and alpha bar are oppositely directed. And last case, which is third one, what happens when alpha bar is constant and acting along the axis. See, in third case, as alpha bar is constant, alpha bar means this alpha bar, angular acceleration vector alpha bar is constant and is acting along the axis, at that time all theta bar, that means angular displacement vector, angular velocity vector omega bar and alpha bar itself, angular acceleration vector, are constant and acting along the axis. Okay, this is about non-uniform circular motion. In this article, we studied definition of non-uniform circular motion. In definition, we change, we make change of few words. The definition of uniform circular motion and definition of non-uniform circular motion is quite same, but there is a difference of few words, and this is of not constant. Okay, in UCM speed of the particle is constant, while in non-UCM speed of the particle is not constant. Acceleration in non-UCM, here tangential acceleration is produced, and tangential acceleration is given by AT is equal to alpha bar cross r bar. Here alpha bar means angular acceleration vector and r bar means radius vector. Then as phi bar changes, omega bar also changes, and as omega bar with respect to t changes, acceleration is produced, and such type of acceleration is called as angular acceleration denoted by alpha. Alpha is equal to d omega by dt. Then if omega bar goes on increases, then omega bar and alpha bar are acting along same direction, and if omega bar goes on decreases, they are oppositely directed to each other. And as omega bar is constant and acting along the axis, at that time theta bar, omega bar and alpha bar are constant and acting along the axis also.